Hello, and welcome to our live webinar on getting our LGBTQ community online. This is going to be a step-by-step guide to getting our LGBTQ community and individuals connected to the internet through the Affordable Connectivity Program. You might also know that as the EBB, which was released during COVID, but has been changed over to the ACP, or the Affordable Connectivity Program. Today, you're joined by myself. I'm Christopher Wood. I am the co-founder and executive director of LGBT Tech, and I'm joined by my colleague.
Hi, I'm Ellie Bissett. I am the director of programs for LGBT Tech, and I primarily oversee our Power On program. I know we probably have a lot of our centers joining us today, so welcome.
We'll dive right in. My pronouns are he, him, and his. And Ellie's pronouns are she, her, and hers. If you have comments or questions, we absolutely encourage you to place them into wherever you're viewing. So if you're viewing on Facebook or YouTube, please place your questions into the comments there, and we will see them as you go through it. Quickly wanted to talk about what's on the agenda today. We're going to cover what is ACP, or the Affordable Connectivity Program. We're going to talk about the program itself and the benefits. We'll talk about why it's important, and we'll talk about why it's important specifically to the LGBTQ community. We're going to talk about who's eligible and how to check your eligibility and sign up. So without further ado, we'll dive right in. First and foremost, as Ellie mentioned, just any questions that you have, if you're viewing on Facebook or YouTube, you can go ahead and submit those questions right through the comment section, and they will go ahead and show up for us, and we'll answer all questions at the end. The Affordable Connectivity Program was a program that was put together and authorized by Congress, and it is really designed to help get households connected and access to broadband. It's really, really important that individuals understand that this program is available, because prior to COVID, prior to EBB, the Emergency Broadband Benefit, and ACP, this type of benefit was not available. The closest benefit that was available was the Lifeline Program. And so this provides another layer of service that individuals are able to go ahead and connect with. This is extremely important for our LGBTQ centers, our Power On centers, or any other LGBTQ-focused organizations that are looking to help individuals in their community and ensure that they stay connected and online, connected with your center, connected with loved ones, connected with community support resources. So this is a really important program, not only for our community, but as you can imagine, many communities across the country. So what is ACP? As I kind of just alluded to, the ACP program was really born out of the Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. And it was authorized by Congress and created by the FTC to help households struggling to pay for internet service. When combined with a low-cost broadband program, eligible households can receive high-speed internet at low or absolutely no cost to them. So what does this benefit provide? It provides up to $30 per month discount on broadband service. And if you paid attention to the news lately, you know that actually the White House and the Biden administration just completed a deal with 20 service providers that actually created a deal where they actually increased their speeds or matched their speeds to a particular bandwidth, and made sure that they brought their prices down to that $30 price commitment. And so it's not equal for every single provider. Each provider might have a different qualification or a different speed, but there is a threshold that the administration has worked with on these companies in order to service as many people across the country as possible. For those individuals on tribal lands, you can receive up to $75 per month for qualified broadband service. And with some providers, you can get a one-time discount of up to $100 for a laptop, desktop computer, or tablet purchased through the provider which you choose to go through. I'm going to turn it over to my colleague for a moment, Ellie.
Great. So, so why is the ACP important? We have seen the importance of connectivity really come through with a lot of feedback and reporting from our Power On centers that we work with, LGBTQ plus serving organizations all across the country. We currently have, I believe, 76 partners or 72. Chris, you'll have to correct me. I can't keep the numbers straight anymore, which is great. It's a good problem to have. But we serve a lot of centers across the country with technology. And as you all know, I'm sure there's no good in having a device if you can't use it to get online or to connect to services that you need. So the ACP is really important for the LGBT community to stay connected and find those online resources that can be helpful, can be life-saving. For example, there's a great report from GLSEN that studied LGBTQ plus youth and online activity. And one of the statistics that came out of that is that LGBTQ plus youth are 5 times as likely as their non-LGBTQ plus peers to report searching the web for information about sexuality or sexual attraction. So we see a lot of use of the internet for that self-discovery and identity discovery for young people. In addition, our Power On centers are constantly letting us know that they have hundreds of clients who use their granted devices to get online, to go back to school, to get their GED or enroll in college, find a job, track down stable housing, access telehealth services. There's really a number of services that are made possible with that internet connection. So by having it be affordable or free for a lot of people through the ACP, it can really be life-changing and life-saving. So we see that daily through Power On. Another way that we're starting to see the importance is through our new Paths program that we just launched last year. It's a program that aims to inspire young or new to the STEAM fields, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. People who are new to that field are looking into getting into that field and show them the opportunities that are available to them. LGBTQ are very underrepresented in STEAM careers. And so this is a program that we have launched to try and inspire them to get involved. So one way we've seen the internet and connectivity play a role is by providing access to opportunities like our program, the opportunity to see role models and people who are just like them in these careers and inspire them and encourage them to get involved and explore their interests and explore these fields that are desperately in need of LGBTQ plus representation. We're also seeing that many STEAM professionals probably wouldn't be where they are today without access to the internet, using it for schooling, for job opportunities, for teleworking now. So that's something that we've noticed as we've been filming season 2, which is due to be released later this summer, is through all of our conversations and interviews with these STEAM professionals. It's clear that connectivity has played a key role in getting them where they are today. So all the more reason to make sure as many people and LGBTQ plus people are connected to the internet to give them the opportunities that are available to them.
Fantastic. Thank you, Ellie. For more information about either one of those programs, please visit our website at lgbttech.org. The websites are on the bottom of these screens. I'll go back one second just to make sure you see that. One is our research, as well as our Paths program. We'll make sure to put those into the comments as well. So let's talk a little bit about who is eligible for ACP. And it's really quite simple. We've tried to spell it out a little bit, but this is where it may be a little bit confusing, and we want to try to provide as much information to you as possible so that either you as an individual can apply, or you as an individual that works with a center or works with an organization that helps LGBTQ individuals can assist them in going ahead and securing that internet. So who's eligible? A household with one member who meets one of the following criteria: receives federal assistance such as SNAP, Medicaid, Lifeline, or federal public assistance, housing assistance, supplemental security income, WIC, or veterans with pensions or survivor benefits. So if you have any one of those, if you're already part of any one of those programs, you would be eligible for ACP. Meets the eligibility for a participating provider at a low income plan. So this is set with each internet service provider, and you may qualify based on that individual service provider's criteria. So it's always best to check with the service providers in your area. Approved to receive benefits under the free and reduced price lunch program. So if you have children in the home that are in public schools and they are part of the reduced or free lunch program, or breakfast program, including the USDA community eligibility provision, you would also be eligible for ACP. If you received a federal Pell Grant during the current award year, so if you received a Pell Grant at any point in time in this year, you would also be eligible for ACP. Or finally, has an income that is at or below 200% of the federal poverty guidelines. And we'll go over that in just a minute. But as you can see from this overview, the huge portion of the United States, in some particular way, might be eligible for ACP. So it's worth looking into. And we're looking at $30 a month for most of the United States, $75 a month for tribal lands, and up to $100 credit with a participating provider. So let's talk about that 200% of the federal poverty guidelines, because I think that can be confusing to some people, and I wanted to make sure to go over it. So if you have one person in the household, and if you see from 100% to 200%, you can see 1, 2, 3, or 4 people in the household, and there's you can search online for this if you have more individuals in your household than what is listed here, and that means any member in the household. And so in my particular household, we would have 5, not including any animals. So we would actually be one more line down from this if we qualified based on the criteria. And so if you look, even with a 4-person household, so say you have 2 adults and 2 kids, or maybe you have 2 adults and an adult dependent and a kid, you'd be eligible at $55,500. If the household made that or less, you would be eligible to receive the ACP benefit. I think it's important to note that 27.5% of the U.S. population lives below the 200% poverty threshold. So that means almost a quarter, or a little over a quarter of the U.S. population is eligible for this program based on the information that we have. So how can you help your clients get online? 1, visit lgbttech.org/ACP. We've got it there. We'll put it into the chat as well. You determine your eligibility and find your current provider nearest to you and simply apply. We've included a few of the providers that we know are some of the largest providers in the country below. So you can look at those, but there's over 20 providers that are participating in this that have reached a deal with the Biden administration to provide this. But don't just rely on the list that you're seeing here or online. Make sure to check your eligibility. You want to make sure you're getting the most up-to-date information. Providers are taking advantage of this and working with communities across the country at all times. So make sure you keep checking. If you're looking to go directly to a government website, you can go to getinternet.gov, or you can call the number, which we'll put into the comments here. But it's also on our website. But let's say a client doesn't have the ability to get online because they're looking to get online. Here's the number that you can go ahead and provide. It's going to be 877-384-2575. Again, if you're looking to get internet and the individual does not have access to the internet, but you're looking to get more information, you can also do that by calling the number 877-384-2575, Or you can visit the internet website, getinternet.gov, or you can visit our website at lgbttech.org/ACP. It's really nice that they've been able to get this together really quickly and been able to provide it in multiple ways and being able to get access. But if at any point in time you have an issue with getting online, we suggest you can reach out to us via our website at lgbttech.org, or you can reach out to us on one of our social media platforms. We're at LGBTtech on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also use any other one of our handles, our Power On handle or our PADS handle. I'm looking to see if we have any additional comments or any questions. I'll hold for just a few minutes to make sure. And while I'm waiting for those questions, I did want to just quickly go back to our PADS program, because I know we launched season 1, and we're getting, as Ellie alluded to, we're getting ready to launch season 2 over the summer. And let me tell you what, I was able to sit in on most of these interviews or view them. Our colleague, Kristen Kelly, actually conducted the interviews. But she also found these incredible people that were participating as part of this program. And anywhere from neuroscientists that identify as LGBT to gaming designers and so many different individuals with so many different backgrounds. I'm really excited. I believe we have a total of 8 interviews. It'll release later this year. And you'll have an ability to hear from LGBTQ STEAM professionals today about how they got to where they are. Maybe some of the struggles that they went through, some of the things that they're thinking about in their day-to-day job, maybe some of the things they love or don't love about their job. So I really encourage you to, if you haven't already, follow us online. It's LGBTQ on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, I believe, Ellie. Okay, perfect. Make sure that I had that correct. But we're really excited about the launch of it, and we're also really excited about what's coming up here later this year. We'll probably do a couple live events, and stay tuned, because we'll actually be launching a grant program, another grant program as part of PADS. So keep your ears peeled and pay attention. I'm not seeing any questions. Anything that we missed or didn't cover, Ellie?
I don't think so. I think that was a pretty good overview. If there are any questions that anyone has that come up after, or something that you don't want to ask in a public setting, you can always reach out to us, like Chris said, on our social media or via our website. And we'd be happy to provide answers or direct you to a place that can provide the proper answer for you. But we hope that you'll take advantage of this really great opportunity to help some of your clients or just folks you know get online for low or no cost. It's a really phenomenal offering, and it can make a really big difference in a lot of people's lives. So definitely check and see if you're eligible. Encourage other people to check and see what their eligibility is, and sign up if you are eligible, because it's free internet and it's at a high speed, or potentially free, and it's high speed internet, which is a lot higher than I think a lot of some of the low cost programs have been in the past. I think a lot of these providers have really stepped up to increase their speeds to make this a great offering. So definitely check it out.
Thank you all so much for joining us today. We hope you found the information useful. Again, please reach out to us. And until next time, stay safe, and we'll be in touch soon. Thanks, everyone.